Hey, what's up, everybody? Darrell Evans here, co-founder of Yokel Local, and I have a wonderful guest with me today.
ShaDrena.
ShaDrena, tell them what you do here at our agency.
I like to call myself the Jill of all trades, like the jack of all trades, and then the master of all. I pretty much do everything, but I'm also known as like the brand strategist, graphic designer.
And that's got to be the funniest comment ever. I'm the brand strategist, but I don't want to be on camera whatsoever. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today, everybody. Listen, all kidding aside, ShaDrena has written a fantastic blog post talking about landing page optimization, and we're going to dive into a couple of tips. The blog post is too long for us to cover here. She's got 11 tips. It's a very long blog post. We'll link it up below. But ShaDrena, let's go ahead and jump in and share with them a little bit about landing page optimization, shall we?
All right, the first thing I want to share is that your home page is not a landing page.
A home page is not a landing page. Why not?
Because the home page is a comprehensive overview of what your business does. It contains links to other pages on your website, and it also speaks to a larger audience. Like, think about all the people that get to your website through your homepage. You could be job applicants, current customers, relatives,
vendors.
Right. Pretty much anyone could get to your homepage.
Right. So looking at landing pages from an optimization, a homepage, to look at a conversion rate, it's going to be all skewed data.
Right.
Right.
So a landing page, on the other hand, is a standalone page that targets a very specific buyer and has one very specific goal: to convert.
Right. One very specific goal. So let's dive in. So that we talked about what a landing page isn't. There's some other pages though that are not home pages. You said that not only is the home page, I remember reading a blog post, the home page isn't a landing page, but there's a few other pages a lot of people think are landing pages.
Right. Your About Us page, which 9 times out of 10 doesn't even contain a form or a CTA for anyone to convert. It just talks about your business.
Right.
As well as your Contact Us page. Anyone can fill out a form on your Contact Us page.
Right. And it skews our data pretty bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so now that we know what a landing page is not, it's not your home page, not your about page, not a contact page, and definitely not your about page. Let's give them some ideas of what the best practices are with landing pages. Those that we use with our clients, those that we talk about with our agency, with our Digital Growth Mastery event. But let's dive into a couple of those tips.
All right, so I'm gonna cover 3 to 4. So the first one is, on your landing page, you want to eliminate navigation links. You want to keep your users on your landing page until they convert, because you want to discourage them from exploring other pages on your website.
Okay, so what you're saying though is take away the navigation that lives at the top, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much the only thing you want at the top of your landing page is your logo. And you can make your logo clickable, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, so what we're saying is when you have a conversion opportunity on your site and you want them to take a very specific action, minimize all distractions.
Right, you want to keep them there till they convert.
Right.
The only other option you want to give them is just leave that page completely and not go anywhere else.
Right. What do you think, and I know this is kind of throwing you a curveball, but what about the footer links? Are you okay leaving the footer links in nowadays?
Nowadays, yes, because 9 times out of 10, no one's going to get all the way to the bottom anyway. Because all the important information is going to be above the fold.
Yeah, okay. So what's optimization point number 2?
Keep your forms short. Now, though the average length of a form on a landing page is 11 form fields, studies have found...
11?
Yes.
And average in B2B, right?
Yes.
Not so much in B2C though, right?
Correct.
But B2B landing pages, I know we're used to having these long fills, and there's a reason for some of that data to qualify your prospect, but we're finding that...
Yeah, studies have found that by shortening your landing page forms from 11 fields to 4 can increase your conversions by 120%.
Let me tell you, you can, and so what do you recommend then? So if we're going to shorten the field and we're not going to ask for company and title name and revenue and all this other stuff on a lot of pages, what are the ways that we're going to get that information?
You could get it on the back end. So the landing page just collect the information that you absolutely need.
To give them the thing. Right?
Yeah, which is usually just like the name and the email, sometimes phone number or website URL.
Right.
And if you need any additional information, you can collect it on the back end.
Yeah, it's like crazy to have to fill out 11 form fields to attend a webinar.
Correct. It's a complete turn off.
Download a white paper or something like that, right? So cool. What's tip number 3?
Make sure your CTAs, the language on your CTAs, is clear and unambiguous, and that the color of your CTA contrasts with your landing page. So what I mean by this, unambiguous and clear, If your landing page is for a free guide, your CTA should simply say, download your free guide.
Tell them exactly what to do,
what
right?
they're getting, right.
Yeah.
And then when I say it sticks out or contrasts with your landing page, if your landing page is blue, white, and black, make your CTA yellow so it's hard to miss.
Right. So it's funny though that the human eye just blends in when it sees that, but that one button that sticks out. Now we're not talking about always, we don't believe in that split testing buttons all day, right? Orange versus yellow, and let's see how many people. We're talking about just making sure that button has a contrast and it stands out on the page, right?
Correct. And another thing about your CTAs, you want one primary CTA on your landing page.
One. Only one. Because why? Because the human brain gets confused pretty easily, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's great. So we've got, so first of all, we know what pages are not landing pages, but once you start getting into landing pages, number one, you said take away the navigation.
Correct.
Number two, make sure your forms are only collecting what you have to get that conversion. Worry about the rest of the information on the back end.
Correct.
Right? If it's a top of the funnel offer, there's no reason to be given all this extra information, right? Killing conversion rates. And then number three, keep your conversion language clear and unambiguous or ambiguous. What's the word?
Unambiguous.
Unambiguous. It's too big of a word. I don't know why you use such a big word. Anyway, and then make sure your call to action button stands out.
Correct.
You got time for a bonus tip?
Maybe two more.
Two. Okay. Let's see if we can give them two more.
All right. So the fourth tip, don't bait and switch. Meaning, once someone clicks on your CTA, give them what you promised them. Don't give them absolutely nothing or something else just to collect that lead or their contact information. Right.
And it's a nifty tactic, right? I mean, we see it a lot when a lot of companies come to us, but give them what they want, right? They otherwise that lead will disappear anyway, right? The value of the lead goes down to zero.
Correct. And my last tip is make sure your copy speaks directly to your buyer, and all of the important information is above the fold. Your headline, subheadline, CTA button,
Gotcha.
And your value proposition.
Gotcha. So basically, making sure that there's a difference between building a landing page and having really crystal clear copy that matches the buyer persona for where they are in the buyer's journey. Correct. For that landing page.
Correct.
Right, which means there's got to be a little bit more skill and a little bit more thought put into it, right?
Yes.
Right. So listen, we've got to wrap this up because she's got to get out of here. By the way, I just want you guys in the comments below, give ShaDrena some love. Tell her how good she did on this video. She hates the camera. But anyway, she's one of our best marketers on our team. She's been with us now going on 3 years or 3.5 years.
It'll be 3 years, February 1st.
3 years, February 1st. And I don't have time to tell you the whole story, but it was kind of funny when ShaDrena first applied to work with us. We actually didn't hire her. We were going with someone else. But I said, hey, listen, I really think you can fit in our organization. And sure enough, a couple, 3 months later, we brought her back in. And so love having you on our team, ShaDrena. Thanks for taking time to share this with our guests. By the way, if you've got landing pages on your website that are not converting, we have a process here in our agency. We call it a 6-step process. We teach it at our Digital Growth Mastery event. We also work with our clients in our agency business. You can reach us a couple of different ways if you want some help with this. You can go to yokolocal.com/call. Or if you'd like to perhaps come out and hang out with us for 2.5 days when we work in a consulting environment with 10 to 15 companies in a small group workshop, we call that the Digital Growth Mastery event. You can go find more out about that at yokolocal.com/mastery. Any final tips, or should we say goodbye?
It's time for us to
go. We'll see you next time, you guys.
Goodbye.
Take care.